Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the James Madison Dukes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Mountaineers will put total leather to crank us up. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Dukes offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Let's talk for a second about James Madison. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Dukes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. So the App State Mountaineers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Snagged in the middle, it's Calhoun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback will keep it. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, App State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. To the air, it's Evans. Makes the catch. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Dukes moving quickly to the line. Running back searching for a hole.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Dukes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Inside the 45. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he
breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Dukes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's got it. Ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Touchdown, Dukes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Back to throw, it's Coleman. hard running there. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Calhoun. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, James Madison. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 10 to North Carolina. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Coleman. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. Finds his big tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Got enough for the first. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They're going to ride this running back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Evans. Got his man quickly. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Humphries. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked.
There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd and goal for this offense. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Now the pressure is on to keep pace as they start this drive trailing 21-10. Looking to pass, it's Coleman. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Randolph. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
It'll be a draw. Powers through the defender. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it? He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week, three-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program... There he goes! Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Back to throw, it's Evans. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Well, they get the first down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick handoff. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dukes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Dukes. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He breaks a tackle. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run. And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Defense in press coverage. He'll pull it on the read. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
On the ground, it's Humphreys. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Dukes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Trying play action. Got his man on the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burner. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Evans. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. And the Dukes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Akron. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Catch in the middle, it's Dozier. All kinds of room to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And after the extra point, they trailed 35-17. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
35. App State 17.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphries. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Fires to the big fella. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Evans. Fakes to grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on Luke, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Turning it on. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Looking for a man. It's Coleman. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative. So
it's a fumble! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeforth Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Dukes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Finnegan. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Rush is on him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. He'll do it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Coleman. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the Mountaineers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch in the middle. It's long. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Mountaineers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Completes the shuffle pass. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Here comes the heat. Looking to get it in.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't able to do that.
He gets a hand on it.
You know, it's blocked field goals in moments like that that are momentum changers. That could be the difference in this game. What a great individual effort knocking that thing down.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Did the work himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
The Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Humphreys. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good
brings into the open. Touchdown, Dukes!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over North Carolina. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's long. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. And you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the back. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Here's a heat. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Dropping back, it's Evans. Under fire. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Humphries. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, James Madison! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he'll will just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the Mountaineers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the back. Runs through the tackle. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Coleman. That's reeled in, it's long. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
The Mountaineers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Tackled at the 16-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and we'll see if they go for it here.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. 3rd down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. And that's exactly what happened, now setting up 4th down.
Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. On the move, it's Humphreys. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the air, it's Evans. Gets it out quickly. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Gets it to him on the screen. And they'll knock him down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Off the play fake. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Evans. Finds his big tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
Now on the move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There he goes. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think at this point of the game now in the 2nd half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back.
Open space in the middle. He's at the touchdown, App State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to North Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Breaking out the jet sweep. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
Great job by the offense there, getting the 1st down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back to pass, it's Evans. Firing to the right, complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Dukes are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Dukes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They want to continue this long drive. 9th play coming. It's 3rd and 5. Here's the handoff. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why